season of Power Rangers is here, and you won't believe what it is. Yes, that's right, Hasbro has finally started releasing episodes of a new Power Rangers season, but it's not quite what you think. Today, I'm going to go over this new season, as well as what's going on with the Netflix season's cancellation and plans for Power Rangers in the future. With all that said, my name is Rocko from Remlore, and let's dive in. By the way, if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. We upload videos just like this one on our Remlore channel. We upload a great new video every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, so make sure you're subscribed with that bell pressed to get notified when we upload. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so if you subscribe, it will mean a lot to us. After Hasbro got Power Rangers off Nickelodeon and onto Netflix, things were definitely going to change. Especially after Toei and Hasbro decided to part ways, so no more asking for Sentai footage. And things were looking very promising. Dino Fury Season 2 had a lot less limitations and was a really good season. And the follow-up Cosmic Fury, which used very little Sentai footage, was also very good. Not to mention, Netflix made a 30th anniversary special called Power Rangers Once and Always, which reunited members of the original cast. When all of that was going down, Boom Studios was also flying with their Power Rangers comics, wrapping up their big Darkest Hour storyline, getting ready for their new series Power Rangers Prime, as well as reintroduce the VR Troopers to get their series going again. All of that was awesome. 2023 was a great year for Power Rangers. But in 2024, things went completely silent. Well, not really at the start. We knew Netflix was working on a new season of Power Rangers, but other than that, we got nothing until a few months ago. We got the unfortunate news that the Netflix Power Rangers season was canceled. The dirt sheets say the reason is because Netflix and Hasbro had disagreements about the series and thus it was canned. We'll go over what that story would have been later, but for now, Hasbro is left searching for another studio to produce their Power Rangers series. In the meantime, however, they have given us a new Power Rangers season. And you won't believe this, it's a remaster of the original Mighty Morphin series called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition. They really did it again. If you remember my Every Power Rangers Ranked video, I mentioned a season of Power Rangers that was just a re-release of Mighty Morphin to promote Power Rangers Samurai coming to Nickelodeon. It was called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Remaster, and all it did was add wacky transition and effects to the original show that are incredibly annoying and obnoxious. And they didn't even finish all of Season 1. It was literally the most pointless season of Power Rangers. And Hasbro is re-releasing Mighty Morphin again. There are differences this time around, however. Mainly that Hasbro had good reasons to do this. One, they wanted to bring the 30-plus-year-old Mighty Morphin up to 4K. This has been a thing for about 10 years or however long 4K discs have been around, cleaning up older films and shows so they can play it in 4K Ultra HD. To tell you the truth, I can't really tell a difference with this 4K update, but that could be because recently for this channel I have been watching Power Rangers on Netflix. And I think for Netflix they bring everything up to 4K by default. Looking at the side-to-sides and what people online have been saying, the brightness and depth have been increased as well as the movements being more smooth. But if I put them side to side with no labels, you would struggle to differentiate the shows. The second reason Hasbro did this was because they are using Reignition to sell Mighty Morphin toys. They made a bunch of classic action figures, and this was made to advertise the toys to kids. While we love Power Rangers with the action, story, and characters, we should not forget that it is a toy commercial, and Hasbro is a toy company. And finally, the third reason Hasbro did this is because, as I've said, the Netflix show was canned. Hasbro executives probably realized after taking 2024 off and 2025 not looking like the year for a new season, that they needed to release something mainstream to keep interest in Power Rangers up. It's the truth with franchises. If they stay dormant too long, fan interest dies down. And when that dies down, it gets harder to get a new show, movie, video game, or whatever. Take Highlander, for example. Since the 80s, there have been new installments in that awesome franchise, whether it was movies or the TV show. But there hasn't been a new installment in that franchise since 2007. And because of that, until a few years ago, I didn't know Highlander was a thing. That shows just how important new installments are to a franchise. I want to talk about the Netflix show for a brief second because some of the things they had planned sounded really cool. According to the showrunner and director Jonathan Entwistle, who is the same guy behind Karate Kid Legends, he had a bunch of Power Ranger plans ready to go. He created a brand new entire multiverse with Mighty Morphin specifically, and Tommy would be at the center of that. This story would be a time-bending, huge story about stopping Draken from taking power over everything. The series would have a King Arthur vibe to it that was mystical and magical to start off. And they had the idea of sentient colors, whatever that means. Jonathan, in this response to a Twitter question, seemed incredibly disappointed because he would have loved to work on Power Rangers. According to him as well, the reason this went under was because of the IP of Power Rangers shifting around a lot, plans changing from movies to show, and thus Power Rangers getting lost in the mix. Now the rumor is that Hasbro wants Disney Plus to make the new Power Rangers show, or more specifically 20th Century Fox, who also made the Power Rangers movies from the the 90s, the showrunners being Jonathan E. Steinberg and Dan Schatz, who did the Percy Jackson and the Olympians Disney Plus series. I should also note that despite the collaboration, Hasbro retains full ownership and creative authority over Power Rangers. Disney Plus is just a platform. Again, this is just an announcement. We don't know for sure if this is going to happen until we get filming and casting updates. To be honest with you all, Hasbro has been really struggling a bit with Power Rangers. They were very strong for 5 years with Beast Morphers and Dino Fury, but since then there have been a lot of problems. The Netflix series/movie was cancelled, their connection to Toei and Super Sentai was cut off, and the 2017 movie universe was scrapped. Now this is no one's fault. Sometimes these things just happen. I mean, look at my channel. It took a bit longer than I expected to get it going because of things out of my control, and I bet Hasbro is facing a similar situation. So hopefully they can sort out all these issues and get Power Rangers back in a good spot. Power Rangers is nowhere near total cancellation. We just had 2 bad years. It happens. Look at DC Comics, for example. They had a bad few years and now they're bouncing back. Back to Reignition, they released it on the official Power Rangers YouTube channel and plan on releasing an episode every 2 days. From what I've read, they plan on releasing all 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin in this remaster. I can see Reignition was made mostly for the kids of this generation who have never seen Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, specifically tablet kids who scroll through YouTube or have parents wanting to show this to their kids. It's not for hardcore fans like me who have seen every season in full and are clamoring for a new season. Contrast to the rest of the fandom, I actually think this was a good idea, because kids, and I was guilty of this too, they have this inherent belief in their brains that if something is old, it isn't good. If something is in black and white, it sucks. If it's from the 80s with no CGI, it sucks. They have that sort of mindset for whatever reason I can't explain. My best guess would be the basic human need for something new, something that hasn't been seen before that excites you, giving you a rush you keep wanting to have. So showing kids of today an easy access 4K rendition of Mighty Morphin on YouTube next to all their other favorite shows will get them more excited and interested than if you showed them a low-res DVD rip of the show. That is also pixelated when you play it on your HD TVs. And that interest will lead kids wanting toys, which Hasbro are currently providing, as well as make more young fans that will keep the interest in Power Rangers going for when a new season comes out. And as for Netflix having 4K renditions of Power Rangers, even though it is the most popular and used streaming platform, not everyone has it. Anyone can pull up YouTube, however. There is one addition Reignition adds to the show, the Mighty Morphin Minute. At the end of all these episodes are 1-minute informational spouts about something in the show. For example, what happened between Zordon and Rita before the show, talking all about Trini, more information about the power weapons, and probably so much more. I think this was a cool addition for kids who get more information about the story they probably weren't aware of. Now, there are some concerns by fans online, but I think they're over-exaggerating. They're worried Hasbro is replacing the original Mighty Morphin with this Reignition, which is silly. You can still watch the original show on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and the official Power Rangers YouTube channel, as well as track down the many Blu-ray and DVD collections. And these new Reignition episodes have title cards at the start, so you can tell if this is the original or Reignition. So this is my recommendation for Reignition. If you're feeling nostalgic for Power Rangers or want to check out the original series, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition isn't a bad way to watch. And if you have kids, I'd recommend this for them to get them into the series. But if you're a hardcore fan like me who has seen the series already, who just wants new stories and a new season, this is not for you. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later.